All right, you're good.
All right. Hi, everyone. Sorry about my technical difficulties if I have them throughout. My computer is being super slow. Anyway, welcome to our team call on Tuesday, May 14th. For those who don't know me, my name is Ashley LaFrance. I've been a coach for almost 2 years now. Before we get started with our topic tonight, just to go through some announcements. And everything's super slow. All right. So first, and you can find this all in your coach news. It's kind of where I just got it from. But I just picked some that I thought were important. So tonight's, so they have Mays to Succeed together. So if you're a new coach, or even if you've been coaching for a while and you haven't ever had a Success Club point, if you get one Success Club point in the month of May, you get a Succeed Together t-shirt. If you are having a downline and 3 of your personally sponsored coaches hit Success Club for the first time, then you can receive a t-shirt as well. Really exciting. Recover is coming out, plant-based, on Monday, May 20th. I know I'm getting it. I'm really excited for it. And then May 29th, they're launching the Recover in the 18 packets for more on the go. So the on the go packets. So I'll be getting that on Monday. Not sure if you guys heard, but they made a couple new pages. First, they have the new Beachbody Performance page, so check that out just to kind of showcase more of the performance line, like the Energize and the Recover, what it can do for people. I know a lot of my customers have been getting that versus Shakeology. The 21-day fix, Ultimate Portion Fix is still on sale until May 31st, $20 off challenge packs, $10 off the kits. They also created Introducing Beachbody Life. I think this is so cool. So they can, if you hashtag Team Beachbody or Shakeology in any of your feed, you can be featured on this site. So start hashtagging so you can be featured on this new Beachbody site. I did make a whole slide about Summit. Hopefully many people are going. Unfortunately, I cannot because I am due 3 weeks later. So if you did register, you can now, if you are going to Summit, you can now register for your selection. I think mostly everyone has in our group. This is important. This year, you will automatically be placed in your workshop track based on your lifetime rank as of June 6th. So if you are an Emerald coach right now and you want to be placed on tracks as a Diamond coach, you have to be that rank by June 6th. If you are looking to hit 1-star, 2-star, so on and so forth, you need to be in qualification as of May 2nd. And whatever you wake up June 6th is what your qualification is. You can earn some cool parties. I won't go into detail about them. I know the one is about the bottom one is hitting Success Club in April and May. So you definitely have time to attend that party. And then the one above that has a bunch of qualifications. You have to be a diamond rank, 500 leadership points. You have to have a bonus week. So you can check those out if you're going to Summit of the different parties you can attend. And my son is about to come and interrupt. No, he's not. Okay. So tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about building relationships. If you heard the National Wake Up Call, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he's a state trooper. And his whole business is based on, the man is super busy, is about building relationships. So this is something I feel like many of us struggle with. So Rose posted in a group about, what do you struggle with? Well, I think I struggle with building relationships because I'm so excited to invite people. That's now gotten to a point because there's so many people different inviting that if you don't get to know them, they automatically are ghosting you, or they're not responding to you. So if you start to build a relationship with them, it makes it a little bit easier to ease into an invite, and now you've kind of built that trust with them. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that tonight. First, I wanted to start with the Success Club tracker that can be extremely overwhelming. I was looking for this and I can't find it, but I'll try to post it in the group in the Team Arise. If you're a first-time coach, even as a veteran coach, doing these daily tasks can be overwhelming. I know they are for me, especially the middle, the connect, the invite, and the follow-up. So that's primarily what I'm going to talk about tonight. But this is a great way to kind of split up your week. Maybe you don't do these every day. Of course, you would like to strive to that. There are daily tasks you should be doing every day, but maybe this middle part you break up. Like Monday, I'm going to add friends, and Tuesday, I'm going to build connections, and Wednesday, I'm going to do this. Because I find with myself, and I don't know if anybody else can relate, if I have too many tasks to do, I then just don't do anything. So you have your daily tasks. It's mostly like the vital behaviors, like you do your workout, you drink your shake, you do this for yourself mostly. So you're a product of the product. You do your personal development. This is a place I struggled with. So I actually do my personal development while my Energize is kicking in. I do like 5 to 10 minutes a day. So I'm not overwhelming myself, and it's working really well for me. So if you struggle with personal development, you can listen to Audible, absolutely, maybe on your drive to work, or if you like to read, read 5, 10 minutes a day, and then you're doing that vital behavior. Facebook and Instagram stories, they should be throughout your day. I know this is easier said than done for people, especially if you're working a full-time job to be able to post. Just remember, you can take a picture or make a video. You don't have to post it then and there. You can save it. And then when you have time on your lunch break or after work or before you go to work, you can post this. I was in sales before, and I used to do a lot of presentations. People don't know what you're supposed to be saying. So if you fumble up or like it doesn't make sense, they don't know that. They have no idea what you wanted to say or how you're supposed to say it. So if it's not supposed to be like in this chronological order, you're human. It happens. They can probably relate more to that. So if these should be done throughout their day. My Instagram and my Facebook are linked. I don't have mine as a business page because I found this to be easier. If you do have a business page, you may have to post a little bit more on your Facebook stories. And then you should be posting at least 1 to 2 times on your Instagram or Facebook, at least 1 time a day. Something about inviting or what happened in your day or something from your personal development. I know a coach said to me the other day, I feel like I'm repeating myself. My posts come from just what happens in my day, like what I'm thinking about during my workouts or what happened in my reading or anything that's going on. It doesn't have to be all about working out because this is how people are going to start relating to you and building those relationships. As I said, the connect and the invite part can get a little bit overwhelming because you're doing your full life every day, plus these daily tasks, and you're like, shit, now I got to do all these other add followers and initiate connections. So maybe you say Monday for 15 minutes, I'm going to add followers. And then Tuesday, I'm going to initiate connections with them. And this is what I'm going to talk a lot about tonight. And then maybe Wednesday, you follow up with people you've already invited. So breaking that up with your week may make it less overwhelming. All right. So how to build relationships. So I don't know about a lot of you guys, but I'll be on my Instagram and Facebook, and Rose always says, like, get off, do something else, like do your business. Well, hell, I'm going to give you a way to do your business while you can scroll. So scroll with intentions. How many of you, you get these awesome people that are loving and liking and commenting on your post? Give that love back to them. Okay, maybe they're not a Beachbody coach or they're not selling a product, but love them right back just like they love you. They're going to then start watching you more. It's going to start building engagement more. Maybe they are interested in what you're doing, but you really haven't built any they've loved you, but you haven't loved them back. So as you're scrolling at night, just start liking and commenting on other people's posts. Maybe you don't know who to start with because you have some followers or have some friends that you really don't know. Start with your family. Start with the friends that you already have. Really start with the people who are watching your stories. Go to their pages and like them the most because there's a reason they've taken the time to watch your stories. I don't know about you guys. I don't think I'm that interesting, but they have the same people watching me over and over again. So I'm going to go take the time and go to their pages and like and love on them to keep them coming back. Be authentic, be genuine. If you don't feel genuine about it, then don't do it until you truly feel like you want to say like Happy Mother's Day or Happy Birthday on Facebook. I know Liz tells me that she'll write happy birthday in a message, or I know Lisa does this. Something as simple as that, or writing on their Facebook page, can initiate some type of conversation with them. Maybe they're going to start watching you more, or maybe they just appreciated that you posted that on their page. Kind of repeating myself, again, show interest, asking questions on their page, you know, where did you get that outfit, or what did you do for Mother's Day? Start initiating conversations. So not only are you showing them the love right back, but Instagram and Facebook both like those types of things. It will also build your feed, so you'll be like the first one on their feed. That's how algorithms all work out. Something else you can do that Liz actually told me is that you can star people on your Facebook. So on their names, you can star them so that they show up as the first people on your feed. So you can go like and love on their posts. And then the other thing you can do is, and I forget her name, she was one of our speakers, but about who you are and your Facebook groups. So that night after, I think, was it Ashley? I forget her name. I always get her, or Nicole Faulkner, was that her name? Okay, Nicole came on and she said something about like, who are you? And I was like, all right, who am I? And I wrote down like who I was, and I went on Facebook and I found a ton of groups. So while you're scrolling, go find a bunch of groups about who you are and go join those groups. So for example, I joined a working moms group. I work. I mean, yeah, I'm not that typical 9 to 5, but I work. So there's over like 6 million people in this group of working moms, and they bitch and complain about everything and anything. And I give them meal ideas. So the other day, yesterday, I asked them, would anybody be interested in a free meal prepping group? I had over 300 people so far say yes. So I've added them all as friends, and I've added them into this group. So now they're my friend. Now they're going to see like the value, because I'm going to talk a little bit about value. And hopefully maybe I'll be able to help them, because they bitch about everything, which I don't blame them, because it's really tough being a full-time working mom and trying to make it all happen. So I thought this was a great idea. Potty training I'm doing. Dear Lord, someone kill me. I'm a boy mom. You know, I am a stay-at-home mom. I do work with, you know, I do have my son with me. So I do all these types of groups. And what you can do, and you got to watch yourself, is you can go friend some people. Maybe people are looking for workout help. They will say that. I friend them right away. Usually they're okay with you friending them because they have asked in the group for some type of help. But if you start doing it too much, you may get kicked out of the group. I mean, it's not like life ending if you get kicked out of a group, but they don't like that people do this. But I just look at it as somebody might really need my help. And this could be the way for them to get that help. So tonight, while you're on Facebook, go join some groups that who you are, what type of person you are. And while you're scrolling, you can go comment on some of their pages or on some of their posts that they make. Something else that you can do to kind of build relationships and build engagement through Facebook and Instagram is creating polls. So sometimes, every once in a while, I'll just ask people, why do you follow me? And you can do the questions. Or you can do the polls where you can be like, what would you like to see more of? Workout tips, recipes, meal ideas. So now you're asking your own followers, the people who are watching you on a daily basis, what they want out of you. Most people, for me, they want meal prepping ideas. People struggle really hard in that area, so that's what they want to see from me. So I'm going to share that, and now that's going to bring value to who I am. And in turn, hopefully they will want to work with me because of what I've provided them for free. Big thing you can always think about when you're on your pages is, what problem are you going to solve for your people? What value can you bring to your followers? How can you help them? So that goes back to when a lot of people talk about your avatar and who are you? Who are your followers? What is your niche? Right now, I'm pregnant, so helping pregnant women can get their energy and continue to continue to work out and to continue to eat well. That's kind of who I am. In a few months, that won't be me. I'll be in like the newborn stage. So you can also find hashtags for these, but I don't want to get into that. But really think about like when you're posting, if you really have like, okay, I really want to post with a purpose, what value is this post going to bring your followers from what you've learned about them through your polls? You can also do the same thing on Facebook to build engagement. So I actually make 3 posts a day, I would say, on my Facebook. That's just me. I usually do one in the morning, like my workout, and then I'll do one midday. And it's usually a question, like what's going on in my life. For example, I have my maternity photo shoot coming up. So I asked people to give me ideas for my maternity, like dresses or potty training ideas. Or you see a lot of people put like, what color should I dye my hair? Or how short should I get my hair? Most of the time you probably don't care, but it's pretty cool to see how many people engage on those posts. Again, Facebook enjoys it because you're utilizing their systems. You can do the same thing, on Instagram to build engagement. And you want to always respond back to people. You could actually probably take a day just responding back to people in the comments on Facebook and Instagram. And Kayla said on one of our trainings, if you're going to respond back on Instagram to comments, make sure it's at least 4 words or more. Again, it helps boost your post, and people appreciate that you're writing back to them. And in turn, your why you're going to do all this. So there's a big why, because people are going to be more likely to watch your stories, because now you've engaged with them. Now you've asked them about them. It's not all about you. And this is where now you really want to be consistent with those vital behaviors we're going back to, posting 1 to 2 times on Facebook, or posting daily throughout the day on your Facebook and Instagram pages, because now all that work you just did is going to come back to when you're going to invite someone to join one of your challenge groups. It seems like a lot of work, but let's be serious. We sit there on Facebook and Instagram and we're doing nothing. Now that gives you something to do. Take 10, 15 minutes, go like and comment on some people's pages, and in turn, you're now going to build that trust and credibility with them. We always hear about the hey girl. Hey girl, you want to join my challenge group? I'm not saying you're never going to do that again. You're probably still going to do that, and that's totally cool. But it's probably going to make it a little bit easier when you invite them to a challenge group, when you've had a conversation with them, or you know a little bit more about them. They're not going to be as hesitant. They're most likely going to be like, yeah, I do want to join you, but at least you have some type of conversation going on, versus now you're getting ghosted because they know nothing about you. Now you put the legwork in, it's a win-win for everyone. They trust you. You've learned a little bit about them. So everyone's winning in this situation. It does take a little bit more work and a little bit more time, but that time you're going to put in turn is going to turn into customers. Does anyone have any questions about that? Because I was going to go into a little bit more about the invite after process. I don't even see questions. No? Okay. Go. Okay. So I'm not going to get into how you invite people. That's a whole another topic that you could get into that Rose has talked about before. So now you've built a relationship. You know who they are. After a couple of times of talking to them, you're like, hey, I really thought about you. I have this great group coming up. I wanted to invite you to it. They're like, yeah, I've been watching you now because you're being more consistent. You've asked them questions. Now it's like building a relationship after the invite. So it's a lot of relationship building to really get to know these people. So some of the questions, it's all about questions. It's all about them. And I find this works really well because then you're getting to know them. They trust you, but it also helps you guide them to the best program. So when they're like, hey, I can work out, 7 days a week for 30 minutes a day, you're like, great, I have an awesome program for you. Or when they're like, I only have 4 days a week, 30 minutes a day, awesome, I have a great program for you. You get excited because you know there's a program that's going to align with their goals. I keep these questions in my notes page of my phone. So if I'm like drawing a blank, I just refer back to that. So simple questions. The first question I always ask are, what are your goals? And then I'm trying to get into, okay, great, I want to lose 15 pounds. That's usually what I get. But what's your deeper why? Because we want to revert back to that. And a suggestion that I want to start doing is, as you start talking to people, is maybe even keeping these in some type of note page. So if they start to fall off track, you can go back to what their deep why was and what their goal was. To be like, you know, hey, Susie, you know, I saw like you've kind of fallen off track. This was your why. You know, what's going on here. So as their coach, they appreciate that you've learned about them. I always ask, are you following any type of workout program? Because I want to know if they're going to a gym or not. How much time do you think you can put in towards a week? How about each day? And then I get into how's your nutrition? Do you have allergies? Are you a picky eater? Do you like cardio weights or combo? Usually it's a combo. And then it's like, what's holding you back? Why haven't you been able to commit? And when was the last time you felt really good? So now we've really dove into why they are interested, what program is going to work best for them. So when you send them that share cart, you don't feel icky and you don't feel like you're doing something wrong, like you're just sending out packages. You truly know who your customers are just from all the conversations you've had with them. And when they do join you and they're in your challenge group and you get excited for them because you know more about them, it just makes it that much easier for them to stay on track. So that was all I had. Any questions?
No, I think doing the relationship stuff is so important. And I definitely, after I listened to that national wake up call, what was it, last Monday?
Yeah.
I really thought like, crap, okay, I totally haven't been doing that. So I've been kind of like doing what you've done, Ashley, is like, all right, I'm going to focus on following people that are like me. So obviously people who are pregnant. So I've been doing like a lot of searches through like those hashtags to follow new people. And then I'm going through and liking and commenting on their posts before, like, because I can kind of like tell if they're like newly following my story. So I won't send them an invite right away. I'll say, hey, thanks for like, you know, watching my stories. But I won't invite them to something until I've liked or commented. So I'm gonna give people some time, and I know it's gonna take some time to see any like progress from that, but I think it's a really great way to start, you know, if you feel like things are moving a little bit slow. And I think it's just, I don't know, Instagram, I feel like it's much easier to do that. Cause I don't know, I feel like people post more on Instagram versus like Facebook. People will only post like a Mother's Day picture or like an Easter picture. I don't know. If they don't normally post, I feel like regular people will post more on Instagram so you can like comment more on their things.
Also, like you said, you kind of see, especially if you do stories, who's watching, and then you'll see most likely if you've really been doing your due diligence, you probably notice the new people that are starting to watch. Oh, I haven't talked to them before. Sometimes I'll even message them like, hey, thanks for connecting. And I'll go on their page first. I'll be like, hey, you know, you're a mom of multiples. I'm about to be a mom of multiples. Do you have any advice for me? And just something as simple as that. I mean, I truly do. I'm interested, but I mean, that's the only thing that I can even think of that right at that point that I could ask them and start engaging in a conversation. If you don't have that, go to their page and start liking and commenting on some of their pages.
And I find like asking them a question when I'm commenting is better than just saying like, oh, your sunglasses are cute. Obviously, you want to be authentic, and if it doesn't interest you, then don't comment that.
Exactly.
But if I ask like, where did you get your sunglasses from? Or like I've been asking like a lot of baby questions like, oh, where did you get that basket from? Or where did you get this from? People are responding back. So I think that's a lot better than just doing a comment without a question to it.
I I think asking questions is awesome because it gives them a reason to respond back to you. And again, you're asking about them. And people love to talk about themselves, especially if something's really working for them.
Yeah, and you're showing that you're interested in them, not that you're interesting. Because I think like on our stories, we like to be like, look at me, look at me. It's all about me. Whereas like when we go to them, it's like, we want to know more about you now.
Absolutely. Anybody else have any questions? I can't see anyone, so if you guys do.
Tina just said awesome. You can maybe share your screen.
Stop sharing.
Here we go.
There we go. Okay.
Everyone's kind of hiding themselves tonight. Any other questions or any comments you guys want to add to the conversation? Everyone's very quiet tonight. Oh, Trish is driving. Yes, drive safe. Don't get in any.
I will try to find the Success Club tracker and post about it. I think I have it saved. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about it, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, it's I think we all get so tied up in being like just inviting, and that's why you get ghosted, or people are like, who are you? Like, you know nothing about me. So taking some time to build those relationships and just taking like a power hour or power 30 minutes just to do that could really build your business very quickly.
Yeah, even like you said too, like do 15 minutes on Monday for adding people, then do 15 minutes on Tuesday for commenting on those new follower stuff. So it doesn't always, have to be all at once for sure.
I know for me that can be extremely overwhelming, and I do this full time, that I'm sitting here like I have to do all this when I just added, sometimes like Monday I'll have 40 people, and that kind of would take up my whole week of like 10 people a day or something like that. And also, like, as I said, if you join different groups, like I'm in a ton of mom groups, I'll just like go to each one and friend a couple there, and friend a couple here, friend a couple there. Instagram's different. You can follow everybody and anybody. I'll go to friends of friends pages, and if they don't want to coach, I'll go to their friends and add them. Because if they don't want to coach, maybe their friend needs it. So
what, on Facebook or Instagram or both?
Both. Mostly Instagram's easier, but both.
Yeah, that's one thing like with Instagram I haven't done yet is like go to like my friends' followers on Instagram, but I think that would also be like a good thing to do too.
Yeah, I'll just go into like their followers, and I'll just see if anybody looks like a mom. If they've got babies, I'll try to see like friend them. Yeah,
absolutely. All right, everyone smile. I'm going to take a picture, and if you can put your thing on, that would be awesome. All right, 1, 2, 3. I got you at the end, Lisa. Sweet. Thanks so much, Ashley. Great tips, great reminders, and I think this is something we need to do. All right, have a great night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.